Let us look at proposition number 18 of book 8 of Euclid's Elements. The proposition says, between two similar plane numbers, there is one mean proportional number, and the plane number has to the plane number the ratio duplicate of that which the corresponding side has to the corresponding side. Sounds familiar, right? Because in one of our previous propositions, we were having the same thing. The only thing was we were talking of square numbers and cube numbers. Here we are talking of two similar plane numbers. Plane numbers means what? A plane number is a number which is a product of two numbers. Okay, so now let's see how we can prove this. Given two similar plane numbers A and B, C and D are the sides of A. That means A is equal to C times D. So think of A as a rectangle, and C and D are the sides of that rectangle. Or we could also think of A as the area of the rectangle. Similarly, E and F are the sides of B. So B is equal to E times F. Remember, in the proposition, we are talking of two similar plane numbers. So we know what is plane numbers. Similar plane numbers means they have the sides proportional. So that means C is to D as E is to F. Or we could also say C is to E is equal to D is to F. That is alternate. Now, let G be another plane number which is the product of D and E. D and E. That means C is to E as A is to G. How? C measures A D number of times and E measures G D number of times. So same number of times, so we can say C is to E is equal to A is to G. Similarly, D is to F is equal to A is to G. Again, D measures A C number of times and F measures G C number of times. So again, same number of times. So D is to F equal to A is to G. D is to F is equal to G is to B. D measures G and F measures B the same number of times. So which means since D is to F, D is to F is there, we can say A is to G is equal to G is to B. So what do we have here? We have the fact that A, G, B are in a continuous proportion and G is the one mean proportional between A and B. Okay? Since A, G, B are in continuous proportion, we know A is to B will be equal to A square is to G square. We also know A is to G is equal to C is to E here. So which means we can do the necessary substitution and say A is to B is equal to C square is to E square. And since C is to E is equal to D is to F, we can say A is to B is equal to D square is to F square. So we have A is to B is equal to C square is to E square, which is equal to D square is to F square. So that is proposition number 18 of book 8 of Euclid's Elements. Again, let me remind you, there is a link to a PDF book which describes all these propositions in detail. Please feel free to download it, refer to it, and if you think somebody else can also benefit from it, please do share. That's it for now. Bye.